Hi everybody, I got a video for you on factoring, some special patterns that we went over in class or that you are supposed to know, okay? The first one you really are supposed to know. It is a review, and the next two are kind of new material, but you should be able to grasp them pretty quickly. The first one is a difference of squares. So we're going to factor using a difference of squares when we have two terms that preferably are perfect squares. So we've got x squared, that's perfect square. We've got 9, that's perfect squared. We remember that that factors to x plus 3 times x minus 3. Sometimes we have multiple terms in there, okay? So like 4x squared is still a perfect square because it is 2x times 2x. It is 2x quantity squared. And the way we can recognize that is by saying is 4 a perfect square, is x squared a perfect square, is 81 a perfect square. So that factors to 2x plus 9 and to 2x minus 9. You can kind of extend this idea to things that aren't perfect squares, but it's kind of goofy. So I'm going to give you the answer to this final problem here, and I want to see if you can figure out where it came from. This factors to x plus 2 root 2 times x minus 2 root 2. I'd love to see if you could figure out where that came from. All right, so on to the new. What we have here are some special patterns for if you have a difference of cubes. Now these are patterns that you are expected to memorize. You need to memorize the order of a squared, b squared. I have a mnemonic device coming up later for when, for the signs. So how do you know if it's a plus or a minus? Because these guys are really similar, but sometimes they have pluses and sometimes they have minuses. All right, so first step, figure out what are you cubing. 8 is 2 cubed. X cubed is x cubed. So our a here is x, and our b here is 2, because those are the two things we're cubing. This fits into the pattern of x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 4. Now, a times b is really x times 2, but we don't write x times 2, we write 2x. Here, my a is x, and my b is 3, so I get x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 9. Now, the signs, how do I know if it's a plus or minus? Well, there's a little acronym for you to remember, SOAP. S-O-A-P. The first sign is the same as the problem. So we had a minus in the problem. We have a minus in the answer. The next sign is the opposite of that. So starts with a minus, opposite is plus, starts with a plus, opposite is minus. And then finally, always positive. The last sign is always positive. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually stop, pause the video, and do the distributive property here to see if you can figure out how the special pattern comes out of this. All right, give that a try. So here are two other problems. Pause the video, see if you can figure out their intricacies. The one on the right is harder, I'll give you that, but take some time and see if you can figure those out. Okay, pause the video now. All right, here's the answer to the first one. Check your work. Here's the answer to the second one. Always start by factoring out a greatest common factor. This problem is way harder if you don't find the GCF of 8. Then it actually turns into a problem that we've done before. This time there's just 8 in front of your final answer. if you didn't work out that 8, this is the answer that you would have had. 2x plus 4, 4x squared, 8x, 16. Those both have greatest common factors. So the first set of parentheses has a greatest common factor of 2. The second set of parentheses has a greatest common factor of 4. If you multiply those together, you end up getting that 8. It is way faster to take out the greatest common factor first. All right, thanks for watching.